Hello, everybody. Aloha and g'day. If I am coming in a little bit loud, I'm just going to move my audio mic away so you can hear me nice and clear. This is Jamel Bookaboo, recently Vice Presidential Marketing Director for Longevity. TeamG'day.com is all the resources if you want to buy products at a discount. And we have big groups in Australia and America, and we are also part of Team Aloha. So welcome to tonight's call. Some of this will be recorded, and you can always contact me. That's Jamel on the American number is 808-436-5025, or in Australia on 0414-286-358. And I am in the States at the moment, but if I am in Australia, you can get me on that, or I'll tell you where I am. Just go to teamg'day.com, one word. That's teamgday.com, and that is for audio only listeners. If you can't see the screen in front, welcome to the Team G'day weekly call. I have a lot of exciting information to share with everyone. The Longevity Group, Team G'day. We're still, basically writing off this. Congratulations to the 5 new SEMDs in the month of September, which was Linda McNair, Scott Matthews, Mike Musa, Mark Michael Bryan, and congratulations to you guys. And it was a team effort, definitely. We have some very special information. We have confirmed Dr. Wallach is coming to Hawaii for the first time in 20 years. And this has been a dream of Melina, my wife. She is asleep at the moment because she is going to be on the radio at 7 a.m. in the morning in Honolulu talking about Dr. Wallach coming to Hawaii. We have several events booked. If you can see the Team G'day screen in front of you, well, we have a very special website, which if you can click the events page on Team G'day, and the other, also you can go to the wallach.hawaii.com, and that will bring you to the events page that you can see. We already have several events at churches, and we have a meet and greet VIP with Dr. Wallach. We've almost got his whole schedule booked out. He's going to be on the radio. He's going to be talking at several churches, and this is the first time in 20 years Dr. Wallach has been to Hawaii, and Melina is the person, and myself, booking this this guy that I've been talking to television stations and radio stations, and it's just amazing putting his press release together. I mean, he's been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. He's been published in the Smithsonian. Um, Last year, he was awarded Lifetime Achievement in Philanthropy and Naturopathic Medicine. And of course, he has written the famous Dead Doctors Don't Lie, sold over 200 million copies. Just wrote his recent book, Epigenetics, and his life's research is just staggering. So at age 77, I think he is now, he has not slowed down, spends about 300 days a year on the road, which he will be in Hawaii, and we'll be showing him a very Hawaiian aloha spirit. So don't worry, guys. I've already made a goal to bring Dr. Wallach to Australia too. So while I'm on that subject, I thought I'll bring up the Longevity Summit coming to Australia in November, and it is going to be the 3rd to the 5th of November on the Gold Coast at SeaWorld. We've got Steve and Michelle Wallach confirmed. We've got the top leaders in the industry, Tom Chenault. We've got Scott Fargiulis. We've got Cheryl Morley now with Team G'day. We've got two of our upline, which are going to be at the convention. But moving right along to that too, we have the Longevity Convention in Utah, which Melina and I will be going to, and representing Team G'day, all the Aussies as well. and I met my fiance. This is a very special occasion because the last major longevity event, I met my now wife, Mrs. Bookaboo Molina. So it, the other thing is, I met Melina on the same night that I met Dr. Wallach, and then I proposed in front of Dr. Wallach to Melina on a cruise. So that's enough of me. But this is the convention, and don't worry, guys, I'll be getting as much information. So if you guys, and we're going to do a question and comments after. You can also Facebook message me any request you have, because I'll be seeing all the leaders in corporate in person, and we have had a stellar month. If you didn't have the chance to get on the corporate calls, I believe Longevity Australia New Zealand had the biggest month ever in September, and thanks to the 5 great SEMDs that have ranked up in our group. And I am looking to build vice presidentials and beyond in our group. So the aim of the game is to help us and help others do the same thing. And if people just want the products, great, we're here for that as well. So I've got a very special guest from our group today, Craig Lisson, and he is on the line. And Craig is with Linda's group, who has just recently become an SEMD, which is the cornerstone of basically the business model. If you are interested in the business, SEMD stands for Senior Executive Marketing Director. And I just asked Craig to share a few words with us tonight. He's tried some product for a little while now. So I just thought, Craig, if you can hear me, can you tell us what you have been taking and what your results have been?
Okay, hi everybody. My name's Craig. Linda is actually my sister-in-law, which my age is 52. I was at worst 131 kilos, which is probably equivalent to about 290 pounds in Imperial. Felt lethargic, no energy, I suppose depression in a way. Just virtually tired of life, and I had to do something about it. And then I got talking to Linda one day, and she said, "Well, why don't you try the Healthy Body Smart Pack," which I purchased off her, and went from there. And I've dieted before, and I've done well, but again, I put on all the weight again, if not more. But the one thing that seemed to be lacking in my life was the get up and go, like the orange tangerine that gives you.
Yep.
Just seemed to give me energy when I felt low.
Yep.
I also have my heart is in AF, which means it's not heart failure or anything. It's not firing properly. My bottom chamber of my heart, it's like a 4-cylinder engine running on 3.
Yep.
If everybody gets me. So I've been on this for about 2 months now. I've dropped 11 kilos, which is probably equivalent to about 25 pounds.
Yep.
Starting to feel really good. Also, I've just started the ASAP. I started yesterday on the ASAP because when I ordered a CEO pack, it got mistaken. I got somebody else's, but that's all been rectified now, thanks to longevity. So I'm on the ASAP. 500 calories a day is what I'm consuming at the moment, and hopefully, I can after the 21 days or the 40-day program, I could lose probably another 10 to 15 kilos.
Well, that's excellent.
With that, that's excellent. Yeah, well, and that's basically what I'm trying to do, just to bring my life back to what I knew it used to be when I was younger.
And I know Dr. Oh, if you could cut out. In the background. You could, if you could cut. Anyway, I can hear myself. Okay, great. I know that Dr. Wallach says have the 90 nutrients, which is the Healthy Start Pack, and cut out the bad foods. Can I ask you, have you been doing anything different with diet as well that's made a difference that you've noticed?
Well, I did like my alcohol. That was one of my downfalls. I like a beer. So
yep.
that was my biggest probably downfall, and bread.
Yeah. Bread.
and carbs.
Yeah, bread for me was the hardest, probably the hardest thing of all for me to understand why gluten is bad. There's a great webinar which is on the Team G'day site. There's two webinars with Dr. Glidden, one on the 10 bad foods. It's been upgraded to 12 because they've added corn because of the GMO and the soy as well. But gluten, breads was the hardest thing for me because I'd eaten bread all my whole life. And every time you'd have a meal, it'd be either bread or pasta for me. And then it wasn't until I noticed that I removed that from the plate that I wasn't getting that bloating feeling. And for me, that was one of the hardest things for me to get my head around. So I've got a lot of time for people that say, yeah, I'll give it a go, but I don't want to give that up yet because that's where I was. And I guess it's meeting people where they're at. And if you've lost the weight and you do feel an increase in energy, for me, Craig, all I can say, I started taking the tangy tangerine, and over a period of time, we've gotten more and more disciplined about what we're eating. I mean, now I've got 5 girls. One of them's 3 years old. So Melina and me want to be around for a long time. And I mean, we've just started today. Melina's made 2 organic chickens, and we're doing a bone soup cleanse, which means that we're just having the chicken broth and nothing else during the day, and our supplements and water, of course. And that's something that I wouldn't have done from day one. There's no way that, but Melina does help me take it to the next level. And yeah, so Craig, when you do start the ASAP, I think you'll notice a difference there as well. It's got the resveratrol in it as well, which is also an anti-aging, very popular in anti-aging as well. So I know that you've got a great capable hands with Linda. I mean, she's awesome. If there's anything else that you'd like to share with us, is there any other diet things that you've been doing differently that you've noticed a positive, or any other longevity products besides the Healthy Start Pack that you've tried and thinks that has benefited your health?
Well, I've on the next pack that I got, I upgraded to the Sweeties because I went to the doctors and then my blood sugar level wasn't diabetic, but it's high.
Yep.
So I want to try to do something about that before I have to start giving myself needles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I take there's a little I take the 2 tablets before I eat, about 15 minutes before.
Yep.
Of the Sweeties.
Yep.
And also what else? Yes, I'm not really sure. I've just gone off the EFA at the moment while I'm on the ASAP.
Right.
Linda just gave me a bit of advice on that because of the oils and that, and because I'm on the ASAP, it's just something that I'm just trying. So basically, I've got to have 2 serves of protein a day at 100 grams.
Yep.
Whether it be chicken or lean meat.
Yep.
And a vegetable and a fruit.
Yep.
Linda knows what that's. I haven't got that. It's it's sort of like following the HCG diet.
Right.
Yeah, and Jamel, that was actually, I actually got to speak to Richard Renton.
Wow.
And he advised me for Craig to maybe just stop the fish oil or the EFAs while he's on that diet. And he did give me the link to get a book from Amazon, which I got for Craig, which lists all the food. And he said if we basically follow that with the ASAP, he should be very successful. He said it was a little bit of controversy with the EFAs because of Dr. Wallach doesn't suggest to do it to eliminate them, but he found that he suggested that give it a go without them. So that's where I gave Craig that information.
Yeah.
But Craig, maybe if you could mention what you told me, it wasn't only a couple of weeks, and your cholesterol actually came down. You told me that your doctor said your cholesterol had come down.
Yeah, that was a noticeable thing. I think the first time when I done the actual glucose test, you drink, I think it's about 75 mils of a sweet, sugary substance, and 2 hours later they take your a blood sample again.
Yeah.
I was at about 13. Currently, well, even yesterday afternoon, I don't know, I'm only using a glucose machine, an AccuCheck machine,
Right.
which they say they're accurate, but there is a bit of a tolerance in them. It's not as good as like going to the doctors or the blood place. But when I done it yesterday afternoon, it was 5.2, which I thought, geez, that was outstanding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I measured it again today. I'm doing it once a day, and today it was 6.5, which is still, within tolerances. So which is good. It was better than 13. So that's yeah.
Well, that's those pieces of information that you've shared with us is excellent. I mean, my personal experience was it was the hardest for me to get my head around the breads, and then I found out those things were slowing me down, and it wasn't until I actually just, I mean, Melina will tell you it was a gradual thing for me. But one thing I do now is I don't buy any products with gluten in it. If I'm really hungry, which I mean, it's all about willpower, right? But if I'm really hungry and there's something with gluten in it, I'm still eating it. But I won't buy anything in a supermarket with gluten. Now, I'll say this on every call. I'm not a doctor or healthcare professional, so please consult your own. But also, I've learnt so much from Melina. She knows when we go shopping, because she's got her 5 children, she knows how to read ingredients. And if you're a new listener, don't get overwhelmed, because when I first started, I was like, I've met some people who go, well, I'm not going to do that because it's too hard. It starts with the big things. What are the big things? And with us at Team G'day, now Linda is a leader, absolute leader in Team G'day. She's SEMD. Everyone in her group can go to her. She set this website up, if you're watching now, which is a resource site, which is livewell94life, as in the number 94life.com. And this is something Linda has set up. You can even go to a health protocol if you go check your health. And that is Dr. Wallach knows this guy Marvin, who is an ex-Navy SEAL, that they go back well over 20 years. I think they're two farm boys from Missouri originally. And you can enter your information here, and this will actually go to a virtual online Dr. Wallach and come back and print out. You can print out exactly what to take, how to take, and recommend free videos. So, I mean, this is something that just with our technology, longevity, the way that longevity's set up, and also myself, we're all associated together. And Melina, well, she's asleep, getting a beauty sleep at the moment, but she'll be up early tomorrow morning, and she's available too and she's got her 2 weekly calls as well. So, Craig, I just want to wrap up by just talking to you by saying thank you for sharing. Look forward, if you do come to convention in November, it would be great to see you. Have a testimony. Melina and I married last week, so it looks like we should be able to make it, because I do have to spend a certain period of time without leaving the States after I'm married, but fingers crossed I'm going to be there. And I would like to encourage you and Linda to forward Craig's testimony to Tracy Cox, and I would like to add my recommendation there. And let's give it another month. Dr. Wallach says give it 90 days and get off the bad foods and have the 90 nutrients and see what your body can do. And this is what Dr. Wallach says. And I think we sometimes, I'm speaking from personal experiences, that sometimes we do complicate things, and I tended to do that. And I've come right back to saying, well, Dr. Wallach says to get off the gluten, avoid the bad foods, and get on the 90 nutrients. And if your absorption isn't 100%, there are things we can do to rectify that. And it's that simple. And I do that. A follow-up, I send a detailed custom email to the person that's interested, and I follow up with them too. I ring them like a week later and say, oh, how's it going? And it's basically a relationship, and I'm pointing to the doctor, which is Dr. Wallach. If you're looking at the screen, we've got Dr. Wallach, Dr. Glidden, and Ben Fuchs, who is a pharmacist, and he specialises in the gut health, which is really the centre of a lot of diseases, And I remember our upline told me once, never play. You're not the doctor. Dr. Wallach is. So I always point to Dr. Wallach's research and information. And as Tom Chenault, our other upline, who is one of the most successful in the business, says, we're talent scouts, and basically that's what we're doing. And tour guides. We're tour guides and talent scouts. So, Craig, thank you very much for sharing. This has been very beneficial, and I know people that are listening in the group will get a lot of this, a lot of things from what you said. Is there anything else you'd like to add just before we move on? And Linda, thank you as well. And if Linda, you can think of anything you can add as well.
Yeah, Craig, when you're talking about your sugar, when you originally started, you told me that your cholesterol had come down as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's sorry, I can't even, I think it was about 6.5, and it was up at 7.9 or something as well.
Yeah, and your doctor said keep doing what you were doing because your cholesterol came down. You said because he thought you were on the cholesterol tablets, but you actually just started with the 90 for life.
Wow.
I've never taken cholesterol tablets because I've just heard so many side effects with them.
Yeah.
And, for the one job they do, there's no benefits when you've got 10 other things that could,
well, Doctor,
worse.
Yeah, Dr. Wallach says your brain needs cholesterol, and when they have statin drugs, it takes away. And there's a direct if you to draw a line when they started cholesterol lowering medication, and Alzheimer's, because cholesterol is needed for your brain, according to Dr. Wallach, that I tend to agree with. So it's absolutely it's so essential to get this information out, and it's basically pointing to Dr. Wallach. And cholesterol, good cholesterol is absolutely essential for brain function. So, this is a big thing. And look, thanks for sharing, Linda. Thank you for adding all these points as well. I've had another member in. I've had a lot of people with a lot of positive results. One was my mum's friend, and she got on the Healthy Start Pack for just 2 months. She called me and she said, I went to get my bone density tested like I always do. She's about 70 something. And it was going down and down, which is what they expect, but they just want to maintain it. And she said it actually went up. And she said it was the first time it's ever happened that it's actually gone up. The only thing she was doing differently was just having the Healthy Start Pack. So she was excited, and and I was excited. So those sorts of stories are encouraging. There is another option to help maintain the support and structure of your body. And we always say see your doctor, but if your doctor says do whatever you're doing, that's a great thing. Yeah, go ahead, Linda.
Yeah, just an interesting story. I've got a lady that's probably is signing up very shortly, but she's actually interested in her dad, and he's like in his 50s, and he's got macular degeneration, and they've virtually said there's nothing else he could do, and it's gone to the second eye now.
Yep.
So she's actually found the little YouTube video of Dr. Wallach talking about this and how he's actually reversed it. And the doctor there was a doctor at one of his conferences, and the doctor stood up and said, "You're a liar. This isn't going to work." And he actually challenged him and said, "Well, we'll see. Give me your patience." And apparently, at the end of the 90 days, I think they were all reading without their glasses, and their disease had sort of either stopped or started to reverse. So that'll be something I'll be keeping an eye on because I think that will be very interesting for a lot of people. As you get older, this seems to be a problem. And I've just ordered the Octaves for the eyes, so I need reading glasses. I don't need them badly. I can squint and read, but I don't want to do that. So I'll be taking that, and I'll be the guinea pig for that to see if I can get rid of my reading glasses.
Well, Linda,
No.
the Occutive is part of the new Pro line with Longevity, and the in the new Pro line we've got the Immortalium, the Zero Test and Zero Fem for men and women, and I can vouch for those two products. Melina and I will, and the with the Zero Test is for men and the Zero Fem is for women. Then there's the Immortalium, the Occutive, and the Occutive is for your eyes, and the other one's for your memory. And I've tried three of those five new products in the Pro line, and they're just next level of nutrition. They're really good. So, Linda, I hope you really have a great experience for that. Also, I want to mention too, we are having financial success stories too. We're having people getting checks that are pretty excited. We're having people that are getting their businesses up and running, and the momentum is happening, and we are very well placed to be where I think Longevity is heading fairly soon towards being $1 billion company. Dave Brisky, our president in America, has been in New York over the last couple of weeks. If you've been watching on Facebook, they're looking at doing something big with Longevity. So you see all these acquisitions that we're doing with Longevity. The Longevity coffee. I mean, we've got the premium grade coffee that's been independently graded. Our essential oils, if you which I think someone in our group has done, but if you look at the independent reviews of the essential oils with Longevity, they're as good or better than anything you can find. And some MLM companies are just essential oils. What this means is that it's just swapping where you shop. And this is the route that Dr. Wallach wanted to go because he didn't. I think it's because he didn't want to compromise his products in the supermarket. When you get your products in the supermarket in Australia, we all know about Coles and Woolies. You've got to pay for shelf space and advertising, and to get your product in the right place, it costs a lot of money. Because I used to do TV commercials as an actor, and I would see how much money they'd spend on one product for 30 seconds, and we don't have shelf space, so we're the advertisement, and we're not storing our stuff in shops everywhere. It's coming straight from the warehouse. So the other advantage is we have no paperwork when we're running the business, or very little paperwork. We just need a laptop, communicating with people like what we're doing now. You can actually share this when I upload this to. It will be on teamg'day.com, or you can contact Linda or whoever your upline is besides me and Team G'day, and get a copy of that, and you can share that with someone too if you've got somebody that is interested in something we're talking about today. And you can always call me, my US number and Australian number, which will be on this. Well, it's on the website teamg'day.com. So I just wanted to add those things in too, because also, guys, there was an SEMD and above call for Australia and New Zealand, which is going to be, I think, every month. And that is just an excellent. It was great. We did have we had some SEMDs on the call from Team G'day, and I think 9 of the SEMDs that were ranked up in September, 5 of them were from Team G'day. So congratulations, guys. I'm so proud of everyone. I really am. So I mean, I got more um, excitement out of ranking up my first SEMD than when I went SEMD myself, because I felt that it worked for other people, and for me that was the thing that sort of motivated me. And now I want people to achieve my rank and beyond. So that's what Melina and I do. We work as a team. We're bringing Dr. Wallach to Hawaii. I mean, this is massive. I'm going to, if you're watching the screen at the moment, I just logged into this 94 Health. If you go to Linda's page, 94health.com, which is on teamg'day.com under resources, I have one as well. This is just info. These are videos you can watch for free just by logging in, and you can request from somebody from our group. And this is exclusive Dr. Wallach videos on all these different. And we've got Richard Renton, who is a formulator here for Longevity. We've got Peter Glidden. and Joanne Conaway, I believe, is the essential oils, I think. So we have so many resources to utilize here. But before I want to put this in the forefront. We have, gosh, I've got to remember to say this, guys. We have 1,000 QV per CEO pack up until the end of August, which means to become an SEMD, you need in your structure downline, you need 12. You need three, three, and three. Well, you need three. Sorry, you need three on your front line, and then you need three under that, and three under that, and three under that. So you need that with the volume in place in that group needs to be 5,400. If I'm going too fast and confusing everybody, don't worry. It took me a while to get my head around the comp plan. But bottom line is, if you know 5 people, we could, and we've got the free enrollment for distributors. If you know 5 people, we could all work together, and you can become an SEMD, or you can build an SEMD this month before the end of August, because one CEO pack is 1,000 QV till the end of August, which is absolutely massive. I don't think this has ever been done. Well, no, it actually hasn't ever been done. And I'll give you my word, I will do and Melina will do everything. If you say, yes, I want to rank up to SEMD or the next level, or I know somebody in my downline that wants to, we are here to help you do that. Just send me a message and who you are in the group, who you want to rank up. If you're a listener and you haven't joined yet, this is a great way to get started. And it's in longevity. Melina, my wife, is ranked as Senior Vice Chair Marketing Director for longevity, which is basically, no one holds a higher rank than that at the moment. So she is the expert at helping people grow their business and teaching as well. So on that Team G'day resources page, there are training videos. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, this is what I posted on Team G'day. All CEO packs are double QV, so there are 1,000. So if you know 5 people, let's all work together and we can get you to SEMD. And the other great thing about SEMD is that it qualifies you for the car bonus. And once you rank to SEMD in longevity, you don't have to do the same thing the next month. You are that rank for life, which means that you don't have to worry, I've got to keep all this product in my home. You don't have to do that. If you're watching the video at the moment on your computer, I'm going to turn my camera on and you'll be able to see me. Hello, everyone. Can you see me? And if you can see behind, this is just I'm sitting at my desk, and this is our home. So we work from home, which is pretty awesome. And this is Melina. We keep a bit more product than that, but we've got some healthy start packs and extra things like that. But there's no longevity doesn't require you to keep a warehouse of product. This is just what we have, home meetings every fortnight. And that's basically, we've got that and a few other things, obviously things in the fridge and things like that. But we have things because people drop in and for the home meetings and just want to buy a healthy start pack on the night or whatever they want to do. So we've just basically got that there's no, you don't have to buy a whole lot of product. Once you get to SEMD, it qualifies you for the car bonus. I did pull up the, it's going to get rid of me for a minute. I did pull up the comp plan, and just while I'm on the subject, guys, the comp plan is right here, and SEMD is where Linda is, and the 5 other SEMDs. And if you can see, when you qualify for an SEMD, you never go back. But when you requalify for an SEMD, you get all your commissions. If this looks a bit too confusing, don't worry. The blue stuff is your uni level, and the green stuff is once you're CEO, it opens the door for all these green bonuses. So once you're SEMD, it qualifies you for a car bonus. Each month you requalify for SEMD. So if you've got 12 personally enrolled distributors and you have the same qualification for SEMD, next month you get all your bonuses plus an extra $300. Now that car bonus doesn't mean you have to buy a car. You can put that $300 to what you get $300 in your bank account or on your check added onto your commissions. So, I mean, now I'm VPMD at 600, and I don't want to stay here. I want to go this way. So I want to get these guys up to SEMD. So that's how it works. Like Melina's up here, so she is looking. Well, Melina and I are working as a team now, so we're looking to go here, preferably here. So we need to build 9 SEMDs. And Team G'day, I'm looking at my leaders now. And Melina always says she checks who's on the call because they're the people that you want to build with. And, you know, when you're building a network marketing job, I think in Australia things have, people haven't had a great experience all over the last 30 years with network marketing. And I really, truly believe if it's done the right way, it's a great thing because you've got your time freedom and you've got people that are all working together on a common goal. And we've got things like the internet now, which we can all get together. We don't have to drive, and we can do conference calls like this, what we're doing right now. If you have a business prospect that wants to come in as a business builder, we set up a time and we can use this GoToMeeting application, and I can actually show them how to do what we do by pulling up certain websites and the information that you can see on the screen. So I think that we're in a great position. Thank you again, Craig, for sharing your testimony today. Look forward to seeing you at the convention. We've got so much going on. Also, we've got free distributor membership till the end of August too. So that's if you place an order for 70 Australian dollars. So if somebody wants to go SEMD or you want to build SEMD, you basically just need to order 5 people with CEO packs will bring your QV up to 5,000, and then you've got your 12 distributors. 5 of those CEOs would already be distributors, and because of the free membership as a distributor this month, they're not paying the extra $15. So it's very achievable. Call me on 808-436-5025, and I will place you under whoever your contact is in Team G'day. That's what we do. We build under the people. And we've got, you can also email me through at teamg'day.com. So I am just about to open up for Q&A. So this is going to be the end of our recording session. But just before I do, drum roll, please. WalletKawaii.com. This is what Melina and I put together the other night, guys. What do you think? This is basically the first time Dr. Wallach's been to Hawaii in over 20 years, and we've already got events coming up that are booking out now. We've just put this together. These Eventbrite, this one people pay tickets for. You come in, buy a CEO pack, you buy dinner. So that's for the business builders, and they're all like special events. And we've got a couple of churches too. So where we've spoken to the pastors, Melina and I, and it is a message that they want to share with their congregation. And Dr. Wallach is happy to do that. So this is how it works too, guys. If you know radio, Melina's going to be on this radio station tomorrow, KNDI AM. So guys, if you, I will get a copy of Melina on the radio. But one of Melina's downline, Jim Butts, who's an SEMD, he basically signed up KNDI radio. So everybody that's calling into the show is going to be under Jim. So guys, we can do this in Australia too, and with digital radio, people can be listening to the radio from all over the world. This is the radio website. It's we can hear it here in Waikiki, even though you can hear it online. It's a radio station. I went in there a few weeks ago and played a song, and was on the show as well. So this is another another thing that we can look at as far as growing our business. Another thing I want to add in too quickly, guys, is that also people like fire departments and the miners, they want to look at the best product. They don't really are concerned too much with the advertising budget. So the Rebound is an excellent product if you know people that work in management for especially OH&S in mines in Australia or America. The Rebound, and you compare that to what they give them to the Hydrolite or whatever they're giving to them at the moment, and you let them make that decision because they're going to want to give a product something to their miners or firemen that keeps them safe. So obviously that goes to their medical departments and everything. So we are just messengers, but this is another door that is open for us, and we're having success. Well, I think we're going to have some very big success stories very soon as well. And I do like to keep things confidential while they are in the works, and on request of my associates as well. So you have my word on that. So one other thing I want to show you guys. Okay, well, I'm going to just show you one more thing before I open up the calls. I'm going to turn my camera on again. Tell me if you can see me. Hi, guys. Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay, so this is Melina's wall. This is our office. I'll show you our office. This is our office where we work at. It's actually midnight, so we've got 3 babies asleep at the moment. So this is our wall. So Melina puts her SEMDs on this wall here. You can see up here we've got Linda and Grant up here because they're this month's qualified. And then we've got Mike here. We've got Mark and Michael, and then my mate Scotty. So we've got the SEMDs this month. And then there are actually a whole lot more, but these are all the other SEMDs. And then up the top, we've got the vice presidential, then senior vice chair, and the ones above that too. So Melina she's got a vision board, and she's got all sorts of things that keep everyone motivated. And it's definitely something that's working because she's actually brought Dr. Wallet coming into Hawaii into fruition. So, guys, for the listeners of the recording, teamg'day.com, and you can call me on 808-436-5025. Let me know who your contact was in teamg'day.com, and I'll make sure they are associated with you and us, one of the fastest growing groups, Team Aloha, as well in network. In longevity, and we have some of the most successful network marketers in the industry, including Sandy Ellsberg, Ted Anderson, Dr. Corey Gold, Tom Chenault, Michael Zwirling, and Cheryl Morley, and Denise Chenault, of course. So, g'day, aloha, and I shall be stopping the recording here.